I'm Mark Stewart with reasons why your progressive state assemblyman in Connecticut doesn't understand business. And with it, she or he is selling out Connecticut. Example A would be any legislator who recently voted for a hiked minimum wage. That means paying people above what they deserve by force. It's not a charitable thing by the businesses, some of whom have the opportunity to do that if they want. It's forcing businesses to do this. And most perniciously, it's impelling some businesses to lay people off. Okay, that's what the progressive legislation does. It inevitably causes some people who are about to be raised above the employer's ability to pay to instead be cut. Some of the people that I think progressives want to help the most, getting on the ladder of success involves a low-wage job. But look what it gives you. High responsibility, maybe for the first time, the ability to work with colleagues for the first time, the ability to serve customers. You know why I know that people relish first jobs and even second jobs so much? Because college students pay to get them. It's called interns, and they don't make any wage. Many of them do internships where they have to pay the program to be involved and expose themselves to good employment track. Well, that's been cut out. Here's the other problem with the minimum wage. It's going to keep some employers from offering themselves to us in the first place. Why? Why should a Midwest company open a division here when its labor costs are going to be 50% higher than in states in the South? Or some states in New England. New Hampshire has a low minimum wage, and it's doing really well. There's almost no unemployment there. Growth faster than any other New England state without an urban area. Okay, there's no big city in New Hampshire. They say, oh, it's the city's driving stuff. No, there it's low taxes. It is government that deliberately wants to get out of the businesses that Connecticut legislators want to regulate. All right, number two, if your progressive legislator voted for the FMLA recently, that's another business killer, okay? And they know this. They do. They're catering to some special interest group, but they're not catering to middle income families or the communities that those families, if they're here and spending money, support. Because some of those families are going to leave. And once again, some businesses that are on the edge are going to say, why do business here when I can be in South Carolina? When you offer free vacation, I mean, it's not going to be hard to abuse the system that says, oh, 12 weeks of, quote, medical leave. People who know how to work the system, they will find a way to take those 12 weeks pretty quickly too, because even though they know that this thing ain't going to last, okay? We're going to 3 years in say, this is a huge failure, and it'll have to get scrapped because it can't pay for itself long term. Progressives see some businesses doing well and say, well, out of fairness, you should help everybody else. But they often fail to look at the risks the owner took at the beginning, the long hours she put in, the opportunities that she gave up along the way. Some progressives also, they don't see that many businesses of the same cohort have failed. Okay, they see the successful ones and don't see the 7 out of 8 that don't make it 5 years later. Even though they've provided services and provided jobs, but they can't make it. And one reason they can't make it is because of final thing that our progressive legislators don't do. They don't stand up to the utility companies. The utilities are foisting huge energy costs on families and businesses. These energy costs don't have to be that high. They play a game, okay? Game. Utility says, we want this rate. It's pretty high. The well-meaning legislator says, that's too high. Cut it 8%. the utility grudgingly accepts it. 8% is still a big increase from before. So they're ripping us off. They're not giving us the choice that other states have. We need to stand up to them. I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein, hopefully standing up for families. I hope you'll please keep listening. Thanks.